Well, hello integrals and the frontals. Installed, welcome back to my kitchen. And on today's menu, I will be serving you Rhyperior, coming next expansion, as well as a little bit extra at the end. So let's get started. Rhyperior, how good are ya? No Pokemon, they're giving non-GX cards better and better stats by every expansion, and Rhyperior is no difference. That's good, because these cards, they need the boost. So yeah, he's like, play me, but we'll take a look at it now. All right, Rhyperior, let's take a look at your hit points. 160. This is a stage 2 Pokemon, and this is on the high end for the stage 2. In fact, it is closing in on other GX levels. So say Tapu Lele, basic hit points 170. So the stage 2 is equivalent to a basic GX. That's good. It's only 10 hit points away. Same thing. Same thing. It's a 2-shot. It's a 2-shot. 1-shot. It's good enough. It's workable. So we're going to skip this ability for a bit. I want to talk about its attack straight away, because look at the numbers. 170. It can one-shot itself and one-shot a Tapu Lele. So if you got a one-hit kill on your kit, I'm going to be a little bit afraid of you. Now this is without a choice band, which can bring it up to 200 damage without strong energies, which are 20 damage each. And you need at least 2 fighting energies to make it work. So yes, when this thing is charged up, it will one-shot your GX and EX Pokemons. So, you may say, oh, with 4 energies, not gonna happen, right? But remember Carbink. Yeah, Carbink, Diamond Gift, 1 energy, and you can get 2 of any G cards from your discard back onto your Rhyperior. So this can be double colors energies. Doesn't say what kind of energy cards. That counts. Strong energies. Now, does that look, more doable, even though it's a big cost? Yeah. And if a one-shot kill, it's a one-shot kill. You gotta be afraid of it if somebody sets this up. So you have the stats. You're practically a GX Pokemon. Even Metagross is like, hey, I don't even have that strong of attack. Mine only does 150. Why are you giving this thing something stronger? I'm a GX. Oh, there is conditions for it. You cannot attack during your next turn. So it only has 1 attack anyways. That's just like Metagross, and yeah, I mean, with great power comes, great limits. But can you do something to get rid of that? Like, yeah, you can use Pokemon Ranger, which removes that debuff, allowing your Rhyperior to chain attack. So if you can snipe off 2 GX Pokemons, it's gonna be great. So that's one way you can get around it. Another way is you could just retreat it, then retreat again. That's a bit complicated. We'll just use Pokemon Ranger as, the default. So going back to Rhyperior, we haven't talked about its ability, which is called Mountain Removal, which, when you evolve it, you get to knock off 3 cards off their discard. What sort of strategy you're going for here? I mean, you're going for high damage, but now you're going for milling as well? Now, if you're just going for damage, hey, you might knock off some Verse Seekers, you might knock off some energies, and if late game goes through, which, hey, you're playing a non-GX attacker. You can last quite a while, and those discards might count. Your opponent may get milled out without you trying to, so you don't have to play a direct mill strategy, which we'll talk about in a bit. So, this is kind of similar. We had this before. Yeah, I believe Aggron had that with the toppling wind attack. Same thing, another stage 2 to have it. We didn't really see a big strategy about Aggron, but maybe we can make a mill strategy. If you don't want to go for all damage, sure. What kind of cards? The text would you use? You would use, Beware. Yeah, remember, well, this guy's pretty new too. He's coming also next expansion. You flip a coin, which you use Victini to make it 75% chance, and you discard the 3 cards off your opponent's deck. Now you try to use this with Rhyperior just to evolve it, use De-Evolution Spray, unevolve it, repeat it over and over, you can try to mill your opponents out. Yeah, so we might have a different job for you. Yeah, it's like now some of you guys are thinking, I'm gonna use Charizard GX Rage Out, yeah. A GX attack, which also is stage 2, I don't think you can fit 2 stage 2s. And compare that this guy is only going to go for 1 attack, and you don't really use him for anything else, so it's a lot of deck space. I think you're just going to go straight Rhyperior or straight Charizard, one of the other. It's just deck space. They're stage 2s. So, moving on, yep, you could try to mill. Overall, this they don't seem to synergize in any ways. It's like if it happens to help you, yeah. If it doesn't, that's fine. But I think you could get some value. Some way they're gonna lose some cards in the discards, and it's gonna be bad for them. So I think that's it. We gotta rate this card. And I'm still gonna tell you a little bit more too. First of all, hit points, awesome. Damage is an A. That is a one-shot kill when it comes out for sure. Setup is atrocious, as well as well, its energy costs. It's a stage 2, 4 of them, but it's not so bad with carving. And the ability, somewhat useful. Not gonna be directly changes the board condition. This thing just hunts down or cuts the resources, which I'm sure they have multiple copies of whatever you discarded. So it's random. Overall, I'll give you a chance, man. I mean, you have the numbers right there. You got the stats. You got the one-shot kill. If you got a one-shot kill, all right, I'm gonna be afraid of you when you show up. So we'll give you a B-, a budget fun. Now, all right, Rhyperior, I'm done with you. I still have a little bit more extra to go. So we also had a new card come out today called Ribombee. Another Ribombee. What does this one do? The current one heals you. This one, let's turn this off. You can search your deck for 2 basic energies, any basic energies, and then put it into your hand. So you can squeeze into any deck you like. If you're running a very energy-hungry deck that needs them to be in your hand, then you get this. And of course, Gardevoir is right here from last time. Gardevoir, this ability allows you to attach extra fairy energies onto your Pokemon. So who provides energies? Ribombee. Who uses them? Gardevoir. And that's why the combo is there. Now, is this going to be useful? This is a stage 1. You probably need at least 4 copies, 2 basics, 2 evolutions to get some use out of it. So 4 deck space is kind of tough. And wow, you could use Oricorio, right? Just 1 basic card, get 2 energies. It's much easier. Yeah, it only takes 1 card, and it only happens once, but you need the burst energy. You don't have to put up too much space for this. So in order for this to work, you got to get some long-term value out of this. But the thing is, it's eating a lot of deck space, and Gardevoir herself will be taking a lot of deck space as well. So that's challenging. Yeah. And are you in stuck need of energies in most of your decks? Yeah, you're usually using supporters, or maybe you're gonna use Professor's Letter, things like that. It doesn't seem Ribombee has a place. I mean, we have Starmie right now, right? Remember this guy? Yeah, you get energies from the discard instead, which can be better for certain Pokemons, because Volcanion discards energies, and then Volcanion and the Starmie gets them back. We tried it. Guess what? Volcanion doesn't run Starmies. They're like, nah, I can use trainers. They're much faster. And Oricorio's like, yeah, I'm gonna have a place in here. And Golduck, well, you kind of need this Golduck because you're always discarding 2 water energies. Starmie gets them back. Still, you don't see these guys around. Kind of tells you, yeah, Ribombee, it's nice to have you around. Maybe we get you to work, but the hopes are not there. But certainly this energy, this ability is useful. So, you're like, it's somewhere in between, but in the lower in between, because deck space, setup time, those things are pretty significant. So, even though I like your ability, I think you're just hard to set up and squeeze into my decks, which is what a deck making. So, I'm not looking forward to, squeezing you in, but I'll keep you around. Someday, some strategy, some Pokemon may show up, and you may be worth it. Alright, so those are the 2 cards for today. The last final thing is, we did get some interesting news. We know that the Ultra Beast as well as Type Null is coming in the next expansion. So we're looking for the August release right now. This is around Christmas time. Yeah, at the end of the year. So, oh yeah, Ultra Beast. It looks like we're going to have some pretty cool basics, GXs to come into the line. So, looking forward to that. Oh yeah, Ultra Beast. This is my favorite one. Of course, Guz... Oh, I forgot his name. But he's the coolest looking Ultra Beast there. Now do your research, all. You can't do this in a one take. And there is a new Pokemon coming out for the DS, 3DS. It's like, oh, we're ready to go to the Nintendo Switch, but I suppose, all the Pokemon players on the video game series, we're still on 3DS, so it makes sense to keep it on there. So, we can't transition to the new Switch yet. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and look at the cover art, it looks like we have the alternate, you know, well, we have a Solgaleo that looks like it was fused with the Necrozma. And we have Lunala looking like it's fused with the Necrozma. Kind of like White Kyurem, Black Kyurem. So it's kind of like Black 2, White 2 of the Sun and Moon series, which that game was pretty cool. You know, let you revisit the story with, you know, some storyline to it because it happens after it, and it was cool. I did like Black and White too, so it was pretty awesome. Just wish it was. I wish it was on the Switch though, but it makes sense that the game is on the 3DS. All the TCG, all the players on the video game, they're still on that platform. All right, I think that is it. Got a lot of cool news today. Rhyperior, Rabambi, you're all right. So I think that's it. Thank you very much, Integrals and Differentials. I'll see you guys next time for another Pokemon video. Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.